Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Donna, hello. Becky, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Bronnie, hello, my lovely. Emma, hello. Oh, we're a little bit late. I do apologise. Amy, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all? Good morning, Beverly. Hello. Hi, Nicola. Hi, Debbie. I'm fine, thank you. Hi, Jutta, Sue, and Nina. Good evening, Neil. Hello. I'm fine. I apologise that we're late on today. I am ever so sorry. Something came up and it couldn't be avoided. But we're here now, late start or not. I jump straight into everything. Today, excuse me, I just yawned. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Today, I'm going to miss the sea theme. But today is the last chance for our turtley treats. And there's £7 off of them on the website at the moment as well. Because it's the last day, they've gone down to sale price. So yeah, I'm going to miss the sea theme. Yeah, because it's going to have to come down. But yeah, turtley treats, it's last time to grab that if you would like to. We've also got new stock in the back in stock section, so a few items have come back in stock, so they've gone in there. Order list has been posted on the page, and if you would like to order, there's still spaces available for today, and I'll do an updated order list as we go. Excuse me one moment, sorry. Thank you. We're here. Hello. Okay, so if we jump straight in, up first today is the Ginger Martin. Ginger, are you here? Oh, all oysters are available. Yeah, I think that's everything. It's just the last day to grab a turtley treat if you would like to. Good evening, Sophie. Hello. Hi, Alison. Hi, Linda, Cassie, Julie, Tracy. I hope you're all well. So I'm currently looking for Ginger Martin. Ginger, are you here? I'm fine, thank you, Selina. I hope you're well as well. Those of you who are just joining, I do apologise. We are quite late this evening. Something came up which couldn't be avoided. Obviously, still here. It's just I started a little bit later, so I do apologise for that. Okay, last call for Ginger Martin, and if not, we'll move on. Ginger, if you are here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody else can see her comments, again, if you can type I'm invisible on her comment, that will bring it forward so I can see as well. Alison, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Better if the heat. Oh my gosh, the heat. I'm trying to avoid the heat. I've actually put sleeves on, so yeah, we'll see if that's a good idea or not later. Okay, so I haven't seen Ginger, so we're going to move on. So if she does come on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list there. Which means up next today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? It's cooler than it was yesterday, isn't it? But it's going to get hotter again, so I'm not keen. I mean, yeah, it's it's all the same, isn't it? Cindy, hello, hello, hello. So Cindy, you have got our turtley treat. So if we go down, so you can pick your sea creature. So on the board to start with today, did you see that? Oh, let me just... Okay, sorry. Cindy, would you like the yellow turtle, the blue starfish, or the green fish? Yellow turtle, blue starfish, or green fish? Good evening, Jacqueline. Thank you. Thank you, Sophie and Neil, guys. You're stars. So this is for our turtley treats, and it's the last chance to grab a turtley treat tonight. Sarah, good evening. You'd like the turtle, number 9, mystery and donate the shells. Okay, so the yellow turtle, and we have 2 pearls there, which means you have got 2 oyster openings. So I'm going to bring you back up here, and we're going to open up your oysters, mystery and donate the shells, and then we're going to just take these out the packet, and then we can see what item of jewellery you have. Okay, so 1 and 2 oysters, because you had 2 pearls there. And then you would like turtle number 9. That's this one here. So that's the black and silver one. So at the back here, you have this one here. So if we go down, Cindy, and you have got a cage pendant, and very fittingly it is a sea themed cage pendant. It is the large starfish cage pendant. So this one holds 1 pearl. Not at all, Katie, not at all, my lovely. So this cage pendant holds 1 pearl, and that's in the centre of the cage here. Okay, and then you've got these lovely starfish legs coming off, swirling round. So I hope you're happy with that one. And then, as you know, with the starfish, or with cage pendants in general, you can swap and change the pearls around at home. So if we open up your oysters, Cindy, mystery oyster number 1. You have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. So in your first oyster, not a problem, Ginger. I can add you back again to the end of the order list, my lovely. Not a problem at all. Cindy, your first oyster has given you a darker pearl here. So if I dry him up for you, and he is a darker gunmetal grey to start with, So almost black there, you can see very, very dark. I'm going to say it's a gunmetal grey just because it is a shade lighter, possibly two-tonal, but it does have that lighter shade to him. Moving on to your oyster number 2, which is your mystery oyster, and you've got quite a nice deep pop there. And then in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see a peeper again. And Cindy, you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. So let me just dry these up for you. And you're twinning with two-tonal icy blues. Let me just type back to Ginger. She's at the doctor's, bless her. Yes, I can. Oh, didn't. Yes, I can add you back into the end of the order list. Sorry about that. So if we go around the pearls here, you've got two-tonal icy blues. Now visually, you've got a visually smaller, lighter blue, and this one's just got a few darker spots on him. This one is visually larger and has got these darker spots and more of a two-tonal lighter and darker surface. Okay, so darker gunmetal grey and then two icy blues. One's lighter, one's slightly darker with more spots. I hope you're happy with those, Cindy. If I run them through the board, the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The visually lighter of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then the visually larger of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So they're definitely measuring different sizes there. Now Cindy, what we'll do before I ask if you're happy with those, we need to do your lucky dip. So I'm going to bring you back up again and bring this over to dive in here. Let me just mix them up. Can you, is that on camera? Yeah. Okay, so we'll go for this one here, which means you have a trident. So this is a tricky trident, which means we stick with the jewellery, we stick with the pearls. You do get a 10% off code for the website. Okay, so I hope you're happy with the cage pendant and I hope you're happy with your pearls there. And then like I say, you'll get a 10% off code for the website, which means you'll be able to use that on a future order if you'd like to order in the future. You'll be able to use it straight away, or you can hold on to it because it won't have an expiry on there. Cindy, I hope you're happy with all of that, my lovely. Just pop that on there for you. Also, the 10% off code will get sent across in an email for you to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you're happy with that. So that's safe up there for you, Cindy, and thank you as well for the donations with your shells as well. You're very welcome, Cindy. Okay, perfect. Up next today is Beverly Adams. Beverly, are you here? Beverly, good morning, my lovely. I was about to say evening, but you're in morning. You are in the AM, I should say. So I'm just going to pop you guys on this screen here, and I'm just going to mute you quickly just so I can change the sea creatures on the board. I said board, I meant tray. So let's go down. Beverly, your first choice. I know you've got 2 turtley treats, but if it's okay with you, we'll do them one at a time, just in that way we're not going to get any of the elements mixed up at all. So with your first sea creature, would you like the purple crab, the green fish, or the blue starfish? What do you think? Green fish. Okay, so in here with your green fish, you have got 3 pearls. So that means you've got 3 oyster openings, my lovely. So what 3 oysters would you like? Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? I just muted you then again, just so I could put the next sea creature on the tray. Okay, so if it does go silent quickly, you guys know what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm just topping this up as well. There we go. Turtle number 8, mystery and donate, and that rhymes. Okay, so 3 mystery, donating the shells, and then we're going to go for turtle number 8. Okay, so let me just get these open. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so number 8 is this one. It's the pink and, oh, it's about to fall out. I'm just going to grab it before it falls out. But that was number 8, as you can see there. Okay, so if we go down to get him open. And you have a pendant. Now with this pendant, you can choose to have the pearl on or off of the jewellery. Okay, so it's going to be up to you. And it is a butterfly pendant. And in the wings, it has a mother of pearl in the wings. So do you know how I say it's mother of pearl on the inside of the shells? This is mother of pearl in the wings. So it's a quite longer butterfly with the wings. It's got a gorgeous detailed edging on there, and then you've got the mother of pearl on as the center and at the start of each of the wings. Now if you would, oh sorry, let me pull this back up. If you choose to have the pearl on this one, it sits at the top and then it sits sort of right in the center of the butterfly. It can move around, or you can have the pendant as it is and the pearls loose. So I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. Okay, so 3 oysters here. If we get them open, your oyster number 1, lighter pop there. Oh, and we have a runaway. So there is your mother of pearl in this one. As you can actually see the detail of the shell through that one. It's not as thick, but you see what I mean. So you've got a runaway with a darker pearl, and I can see here you are twinning with your first oyster, Beverly. There's no more in that one. And you're twinning with chocolatey purples from your first oyster. So these are a base chocolate and they've got a purple overtone. Visually, it does look like you've got one which is smaller than the other. So the one on this side looks like he is visually smaller. If we open up oyster number 2, you've got a light pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see again straight away you are twinning for a second time, and twinning with darker pearls again here. There's no more in that one. Again, visually it does look like one pearl is slightly larger than the other, and these pearls here are darker gunmetal grey pearls. So I've put the smaller ones on the same side just so we can sort of see the difference here. Okay, so chocolate purples and gunmetal greys, and then moving on to your last oyster, you've got a lighter pop there, and in here there's your mother of pearl. You have got a coral pearl, and there's no more in that one. Okay, Beverly, 3 oysters, 5 pearls. Let me measure them for you. So 2 chocolate purples, 2 gunmetal greys, and a brighter coral. Your chocolate purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Chocolate purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's not a 7, so he's a 7.5, but they are looking visually different. The gunmetal grey number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. His twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So they are measuring different sizes. And then your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8 as well. So again, before I ask you what you'd like to do, let me just top this one back up here. Let's dive in for your lucky dip. Okay, and you have a Miracle Mermaid, Beverly. So with your Miracle Mermaid card, this gives you 3 choices. You can either stick and stay as you are, so you stay with the jewellery, you stay with your pearls, and we go from there. Or you can change your jewellery, so you can pick a different turtle, and then whatever's in the new turtle would have your item of jewellery. Or you can swap your pearls, which means you can either swap all of them, just one, or however many you would like. So 3 choices. You can stay as you are and stick, you can change the jewellery, or you can change the pearls. What would you like to do? Perfect, stick with those. So with your necklace then, would you like a pearl on or off the jewellery? And if on, which one would you like? So I'm just going to bring you up. So I just need to know if you'd like a pearl on or off. No pearl on, perfect. So we're going to have the pendant as it is, and then the pearls loose. So I'm just popping these on here, and I'm just going to make a note of that, and then we'll do your turtley treats number 2. So we're going to have a butterfly pendant, no pearl. Perfect. Okie dokie. So moving on to your second one, we're going to go back down for your tray choice. So this time I've added in the orange seahorse. So altogether, orange seahorse, blue starfish, or purple crab. Which one would you like? I am too, Beverly. And on Monday, there's a weather warning out, isn't there, for infrastructure, as well as obviously heat for humans. But like, there's a weather warning out which includes be careful for the heat on your building. So that's a bit freaky. Beverly, blue starfish. Okay. Oh no! Did I not go down? This whole time I've been like sorting my top out. Oh, what a wally. Oh. Right, I'm so sorry, Beverly. So these were the three options. The starfish was there, and when you said it, I moved it down there. Just confirm, are you still happy to have the starfish? I'm so sorry, I thought I'd moved the camera down. It's the weather. Yeah, we'll blame it on the weather. Oh gosh. Right, so okay, perfect. Blue starfish. So in here, 2 pearls here, so 1 and 2. So that means you've got 2 oyster openings with this one. So again, what 2 oysters would you like? Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And what turtle number would you like? It could well be the heat. It could well be. I've been trying to like double my fluid intake to what I normally do because of the heat. But I just don't think it doesn't work, does it? It has rained a couple of times here today, but not so much rain, just like a sprinkling. It hasn't changed. You know, normally when it rains, it like just takes the mugginess out of the air. It hasn't really done that. It sort of just sprinkled the floor, and then it just dried up again in seconds once it stopped. Oh, I know, Sarah. I know. Oh, mystery donate turtle number 12. Oh gosh. 1 and 2. Let's get these open. Are we still up? We're still up. So I'm paranoid now. Turtle number 12 is this one over here. Greens and just different shades of greens. So if we get this open, and if we go down, ooh, in here you have a ring. Okay, so this ring has a movable part. Okay, so if I do it this way, we can see. So if I hold it like this to start with, if it's going to focus, I'm just going to come really close, and then hopefully as I come out, there we go. So as you can see, you've got the center section, which is where your pearl is going to be set, and then either side of those you've got the butterflies, which are encrusted with zircon crystals. So pearl in the middle, butterflies either side, which matches the pendant you got actually. Now on this side it is a single band ring, and then you've got this little section down here. Okay, it is also an adjustable ring from the back of the ring. Now this butterfly here can move, so I'm just going to see if we can get this focused again. Okay, so this, let's see if we can do it in the sand. If I lay it this way. Da, da, da. No, I think it's better off in my hand with this one. Okay, so let's try this again. Oh, come on. Right, hold it there. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna I can go on my Harry Potter pencil. Is it that the right way around? Yeah. Okay, so basically this section of the ring can swing forward and it can be placed sort of further away or closer together down the finger. It is attached to the ring, so it doesn't come apart, but it can swing. I know it's hard to see. Oh, it focused slightly then. It can swing out and then it just places differently on the finger. So it just depends if you want the butterfly close or not. The other butterfly can't move, but that one, as you saw, can. Now again, I'm just going to see if I can get it. It is a very unusual ring. I'm just going to see if I can get it focused one more time. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, so I hope you're happy with that. I'm sorry it didn't focus then. So if we open up your 2 oysters alongside that one, so mystery oyster number 1, you've got a softer pop there. And oyster number 1, there's your mother of pearl. And in here, you've got a gorgeous, brighter 2-tonal icy blue there. There's no more in that one. Just going to dry him up for you. So he's definitely lighter and brighter blue as we go around the pearl here. So if I just... So nice and bright, and then we go into that lovely lighter area and then back into that brighter area. So a gorgeous 2-tonal blue. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, I can see a peeper on that side actually. You are twinning. And Beverly, there's no more in that one. So we're twinning with grape purple twins. So you've got a 2-tonal icy blue and grape purple twins as well. So again, I'm just going to hold these up for you. I hope you're happy with those as well. So again, I'm going to run them through the board and then we'll do your lucky dip. So purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. And then your 2-tonal blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. So if I bring you back up here for your lucky dip. Oh, dropped it. Okay, and you have a trident trick with that one. So that one means that we stick with the ring, with the jewellery, we stick with the pearls. You do, however, get a 10% off code for the website. So if you'd like to order in the future, you'd have that 10% off code that you can use. Which means I'll need to know which one of these pearls you'd like on that ring. So you can choose the blue or one of the purples. So I'm just going to bring you up again. What do you think? So I can just write this down as well. So on the ring, we're going to have the blue. Perfect, Beverly. Okay, I've got that down for you and I've just popped these in here. So Beverly, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. There we go, that's on there as well and that's safe up there for you. And I do hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well, my lovely. And that's topped up as well. Perfect. Okay, up next today is Selina Hodges. Selina, are you here? Again, I'm just going to mute you while I change the creatures on the tray. Selina, hello. Oh, we're facing the wrong way. Okay, so Selina, you've got 2 turtley treats as well. So again, we're going to do them one at a time if that's okay with you. So the creatures to pick from first are the orange seahorse, the purple crab, or the yellow turtle. Yep, turtles are available for today only, then they will be finished. Purple crab, mystery, donate the shells, and turtle number 4. Okay, so purple crab, you have got 2 pearls, so that means you've got 2 oyster openings. If I bring you back up here, you'd like your mystery oysters, 1 and 2. Just going to open these up and then we'll grab turtle number 4. It's in the centre there. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So turtle number 4 is the all blue turtle. And if we go down, oh, sorry, Beverly, I didn't see that. Of course you can. I'll write that down for you in just a moment. In fact, before I'm going to leave you in suspense, Selina, because if I don't write this down, I will. On lobster. Beverly, you'll get the invoice for that through to the email address. I've got that down for you. Okay, so sorry about that, Selina. In here, you have a cage pendant, and to go with turtley treats, you have got a turtle cage pendant. I knew I put this one in there. I just didn't know when it was going to be popping out. So it's quite cool that it came out today, which is obviously the last day. So this is the turtle cage pendant. You've got his little eyes at the top there. It holds 1 pearl in the shell of the turtle, and then, as you know, you can change the pearls. Excuse me. So that is the item of jewellery. And 2 oysters alongside him. So oyster number 1, you've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And we've got a darker pearl here. So that is a darker chocolatey purple. There's no more in that one. So a base chocolate with a purple overtone to start. And then moving on to oyster number 2, you've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl, and you are twinning. Where did that go? And they've both popped out there, twinning with chocolate twin Selina. So all very similar with your colours actually. There was no more in that one. So you've got a chocolate with the slight purple overtone, and then we've got twinning chocolates as well. Similar sizes, but I do think that the single pearl will be measuring smaller. So as you can see, you've got the purple overtone at the top. I'm just going to run them through the board and then we'll be doing your lucky dip. So the chocolate with the purple overtone is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then chocolate twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Chocolate twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So they're both measuring at different sizes there. Okay, so if we bring you up for your lucky dip, good luck, my lovely. Okay, and you have a Miracle Mermaid. So again, with your Miracle Mermaid, you can choose to stick and stay as you are. You can choose to change the jewellery. I'm so sorry. Or you can choose to change the pearls. What do you think? Swap the pearls, of course we can, to brighter colours I can pick. How about a green, just because of the turtle. However, if you obviously you don't agree with any of these, let me know. I would also go for a bright, the bright watermelon, this one. Oh, such a gorgeous colour. And yellow bronny, okay, and a sunshine yellow, okay. Oh, these colours go beautifully. Have a look at these. Selina, would you be happy with those 3? If not, we can change them. Oh, it could be like traffic lights. I didn't think about it like that. I'm just going to bring you back up. Just see if you're happy with those. Can you donate the yellow to Bronny? Oh, bless you. Of course you can. It's very kind of you. This one. Okay, so I've got that down. So I've just made a note that obviously we're donating it to Bronny, and then I'll pop that in with the pearl. It's very kind of you, Selina. Okay, so that's on there for you, and I'll get that done. So I hope you're happy with those pearls and the cage there. Now you have a second turtley treat, so I'm just going to mute you guys and pop you on the other screen again, just while I top up the tray again. Okay, perfect. Oh wow, Kirsty, that's amazing. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. It's very, very kind of you. Right, so if we go down for your second creature pick, this time we have got actually matching the colours that we just put in the sand for you. You've got the orange seahorse, the yellow turtle, or the green fish. Which one would you like to go for? So orange seahorse, yellow turtle, or green fish. Oh, I'm just gonna bring you up so I can just top this up. I like to do it where you guys can see, just so you can see everything that's going on, basically. Seahorse mystery donate and number 10. Okay, so seahorse is £2 in there, so that's 2 oysters for you there. So bringing you back up for the mystery oysters, and then we're going to go with number 10. Is there a lot added to the order list you wrote? So we've got, including orders that have just come in but I haven't added on, there's the order list and then 3 people. So it's not a long order list, Sarah, if that makes sense. So hopefully that does make sense. Right, turtle number 10, orange and, oh, he's just twisted. Hang on, what way are we twisted? That way? How's it got twisted? Oh, okay, so it came, did you just see that? I don't know. You saw it just plopped out as it, because it was twisted at the top, so just had to untwist this bit. So this was the one. If I show you there's nothing else, it literally is that one that plopped down. So I hope that's okay. Number 10, that one. Let's go down. They're doing okay, Kirsty. Obviously the dogs and heat, they've got their cool mat, they've got their ice toy things, so they're doing the best they can. Okay, so Selina, in here you have a pendant. Now this pendant here, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. And it is the Heart Dreamcatcher pendant. So as you can see, it's a heart which has got the dream catcher in the centre, and then you've got the feather hanging down from the bottom there. Now if you choose to have the pearl on this one, it does sit at the top and it can move around, or you can choose to have the pendant as it is and the pearl loose. So that's up to you. But I hope you're happy with that one. So with this one, again, you've got 2 oysters here. So if we open them up, oyster number 1, you've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see multiple pearls to start with, Selina. 1, 2, 3. You have triples. You have got 3 pearls in your first oyster here. Okay, so we've got a larger chocolate bronze, a autumn peach, and a bright pink. So larger chocolate bronze, autumn peach, and bright pink to start with. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh, and you've got a runaway there, but I can also see multiple pearls again. You have triples for a second time. And there's no more in that one. So 2 sets of triples of these ones, Selina. So your second set, you have got a gold, a Pinkle, which is a pink with a purple overtone, and then you've got a brighter purple. Have a look at these. Top row, chocolate bronze, autumn peach, bright pink. Bottom row, gold, pinkle and purple. Dun, dun, dun. It's almost like these three go together and these three go together. If we just sort of partition them. So if we measure them, the bright pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Moving on to your second row, which is the purple, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the gold, which is slightly two-tonal, I do apologise, I'll show it in just a second. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. If I just bring you back up to show you that gold I didn't see before, but as you can see it gets lighter and brighter there, so it's a two-tonal gold. Now if I bring you up to do your lucky dip before I ask what you'd like to do, Selina. So let's just top this back up there. Okay, so your lucky dip. And you have a Miracle Mermaid. So again, this means you can stick with everything. You can change the jewellery, or you can change the pearls. And that's one or all of the pearls. I think it's up to you, like any amount of the pearls. What do you think? So you can stick and stay with the jewellery and the pearls. You can pick a new turtle to pick a different item of jewellery, or you can choose to change the pearls and then change these as you wish. So I'm just going to bring these back up again so you can have a look, Selina. Oh, of course we can. So we're going to swap the top one and the pink for a yellow and green. Would you like to go for a apple green or like a sea green kind of colour? I'm going to grab a apple green. However, if you prefer to go for a sea green, actually, you've got the apple green with the other one, so I'm going to grab a sea green. However, if you'd like to have an apple green, let me know. Oh, you do want the apple. Okay. Okay, so if I just hold these up here. Are you happy with those? So swapping out those two and then adding in that yellow and that green. just going to bring you back up. However, if that's not correct, let me know. And then if you're happy with those colours, would you like a pearl on or off the jewellery? Can you please be invoiced for all of them on lobster fittings, none on the pendant? Of course you can. So no pearl on there. An invoice for 6 lobsters with the pinkle, purple, yellow, gold and peach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pinkle, oh, and the green. Perfect, I've got that down for you. The invoice will get sent across to the email address that's on the order form. That's safe on there. And Selina, I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. So that's up there, and thank you for the donations with your shells as well. When will it be, Sandy? Not this week, and then I don't know when it will be yet. Selina, you're very welcome. It does say that we're not going to be live on Friday. That has now changed. I will be live on Friday. However, it is my daughter's prom, her year 6 leavers prom. So I'll be going live after that. So it will be more like a 9 PM start than an 8 PM start. So we will be live. It's just a later start on Friday due to, obviously, I want to be there to pick her up, and yeah. Right, up next today is Anne Lewis. Anne Lewis, are you here? I'm just going to mute you guys again and pop you on this screen. Anne, hello, hello, hello. You also have a turtley treat. So the options of the sea creatures for you today is the yellow turtle, the green fish, or the blue starfish. Which one would you like? So you've got the yellow turtle, green fish, or blue starfish. I'm sure she will as well, Kim. I'm sure she will. Oh, bless you, Sarah. Well, why not? Is she allowed to? Blue starfish, mystery, donate the shells, and number 7. So I'll just turn this around so it's easier for the starfish. So you have 3 pearls in here. So that's 3 oyster openings. So then mystery oysters. Let's bring you back up again. So mystery oysters, 1 and 2 and 3. Donate the shells, and then I'll grab number 7 for you in just a moment. They said smart. Oh, bless her. 1, 2 and 3. How about like chinos? Chinos are quite smart. Right, number 7 is this one, so the yellow and green one. So at the back here, let's pop that up and let's go down. So in here, Oh, we have an anklet here. You have the flower anklet, Anne. Hello, Aaron. Please don't run off. Can you do a couple of things for me? Can I have kitchen towel, baby wipes and top-up oyster bag? Thank you, Bab. Okay, Anne, this is the flower anklet. Let me just move these around. So this has got 4 flower charms on the anklet, as you can see here, almost like daisies, I would say. Again, this one you can have a pearl on or off of the jewellery. If you choose to have the pearl on the jewellery, it would sit in between the 2 central flowers down here, and it would be able to move between the 2, but it wouldn't be able to move out of that section there. Okay, so flower anklet. Let me pop that in here for you. And then you've got 3 oysters with this one. So mystery oyster number 1. You've got a lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. So to start with, I can see you're twinning. And you're twinning with Pinkle Twins. There's no more in that one. So these again, sorry, just separating the white there. These again are a pink base and they have a purple overtone. So thank you, Aaron. Pinkle Twins to start with. Moving on to oyster number 2. Quite a nice deep pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And here, you've got a dark purple. And there's no more in that one. So I'm going to say it's a darker grape purple. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. Oh, quite a nice sharp pop again. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. A little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see there's no pearls there. And if we, oh, I can see a peeper straight away. Oh, and a runaway. You have a apple green, I believe. There's no more in that one. Oh, good luck, Sarah. We spent like a whole day shopping for my daughter just to try and find something. So I wish you all the luck. Now you've got a 2-tonal apple green here, Anne. So if I hold this one up for you. So as you can see, it's lighter and brighter areas as you go around. So twinning pinkles, a dark grape purple and a 2-tonal apple green as well. So you will be able to have pearl on or off of that anklet. If I run these ones through the board, Pinkle number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Pinkle number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, and the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. So I'm going to bring you back up to do your lucky dip. Okay, so alright, we've got this one here, which is a Miracle Mermaid. So Anne, you get to either stick and stay with your pearls and stay with your anklet jewellery, so you stick with that, or you can choose to change the jewellery and go for a different turtle number, or you can choose to change the pearls and then change whatever pearls you would like there. So either stick and stay as you are, change the jewellery, or change the pearls. Swapping pearls. Oh, a sunset. I think there'll be a weight on a sunset pearl. I don't think I've got any left in my swaps now. I also don't know how long it will be until I do get a sunset pearl in my swaps. So I'm very happy to pop you on a waiting list if you would like to, but like I said, I don't know how long that wait would be. And then if you are happy with that, would you like a pearl on or off the jewellery? If on, of course, which one would you like? So it would possibly swap a pinkle for a sunset. No pearl on the anklet, and can you have jump rings on all pearls? You can. Would you swap one for a red then instead? Okie dokie. Let me get you a red. Oh, so if we go back down again. Oh, that's a really nice bright red right at the top. I do apologise about the sunset. So is that red okay there for you? And we'd like to have, I'm just going to scroll back up again, jump rings on all the pearls but no pearls on the jewellery. So let me just write that down. No pearl and on jump rings. Perfect. What song was I humming? I don't know. I didn't realise I was humming. I do apologise. Although I've had a song stuck in my head all day, so it was most likely, I don't even know what it is. It was, nope, it's gone. It will come back to me. And that's beautiful. Perfect. I hope and you're happy with that then. The invoice will get sent across to the email address on the order form for you. And thank you for the donations with your shells. So that's safe up there for you, my lovely. Perfect. Up next today is Janet Perling. Janet, are you here? Oh, the one that goes, sell out. Da, 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 da. I don't know what it the slow down. That one, if you know if you can get that from that really bad section. Jan Suzanne, hello. We'll do your loyalty card opening first if that's okay. So in that case, what oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? I'm just topping up the board here. I'm just going to meet you quickly. Was that it? Yeah, that one's been in my head all day. slow down, lights down, remember it's just you and me. Yes, that's the word. I mean, you guys are amazing to know that from that literal, really bad put together sentence I said then. But yeah, that's the one. The best oyster to get lilac lavender. Probably the Expand the Rainbow Oyster. So would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Let me get this open for you. No, with the loyalty cards you can have either a mystery, a Nunu Rainbow, an Expand the Rainbow, or a normal natural. So if we go down for the Expand the Rainbow Oyster, would you like to keep or would you like to donate the shells, Jan? Donate, and we're hoping for a lilac-y lavender. There's one. And the other side. Oh, it's not a lilac or a lavender. You've got a coral pearl here, Jan. And there's no more in that one. Donate. Perfect. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Abby. And thank you for watching. So let me dry this up for you. What do you think to this one? Now, if you're happy with this one, we can keep him. If you're not happy, you can swap him. I will say there is a weight on the lilac and lavender pearls though. So if you don't mind waiting, I can swap. Or if not, if obviously you're happy or prefer a different colour, we can do that as well. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. That's lovely. Perfect. So if I bring you back up here and just going to pop this in here. So you also then have a turtley treat. So I'm just going to, I've already popped the pearls on the tray. So if we go down, your animals to choose from, your sea creatures, sorry, I should say, is the yellow turtle, the green fish, or the yellow let me start again. Yellow turtle, green fish, or blue crab. Gosh, I went yellow turtle, green fish, yellow turtle. It is. Thank you, Sarah. I might put that on now after the live. Just get it out my system. Last request. Purple crab. Crab. The crab is not blue. Did I say blue crab? Oh my god. Right, let me start again. So we've got yellow turtle, green fish, purple crab. Oh my gosh, it's the heat. It's the heat. In fact, I was just testing you guys. That's what it is. Jan, the crab, number 1, turtle, perfect. And what oysters would you like? Let's see how many oysters you have. So the purple crab is 2 pearls. Sorry, Jan. I am sorry. So you've got 2 pearls, which is 2 oysters. What 2 oysters would you like? Let me bring you back up. Whew. But yeah, what 2 oysters would you like? Number 1. Same oysters as before. Expand the Rainbow. Still hoping for that lilac lavender. Okay, let's get these open. so sorry. There we go. And number 1, I do need to double check that. It is number 1. So that's this one here, which is the all blue turtle. So number 1, and let's get that out of there. So if we go down and get this open for you. Do I have many two-tonals? Yes, I do. I have lots of blue two-tonal pearls and lots of pink two-tonal pearls. And then the other ones, potentially, just depends. I don't know off the top of my head, though. Oh, okay, so, Jan, you have a pendant. Now, with this pendant, we definitely need a pearl on here. Okay, so this one is threaded by the chain going in one side, looping round and coming out the other side, and it just means that the pendant sits nicely on the chain and sits evenly, as it is a moon shape. So as you can see here, this is the Crescent Moon pendant, I believe, if I'm getting that correct. You can already see lots of sparkle, but let me just get it focused for you. Okay, so this is the Crescent Moon. You can see he is encrusted with zircon crystals there. And then you can see this circle at the bottom of the moon is where your pearl is going to be set. So the pearl sits on the bottom curve of that moon. The pearl will have a zircon crystal joined at the top. And then at the top here of the moon, you've got the crystals, so sort of pointing to each other. Jan, I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. And like I say, you'll definitely need to have a pearl colour on there. You love that one. Perfect. So expand the Rainbow Oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. Oyster number 1, you are twinning. There's no more in that one. Oh, I just need to open up the wipes. Sorry. Okay, so we're twinning with Autumn Peach Pearls here. Quite a nice sized Autumn Peach Pearls and possibly different sizes. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your Expand the Rainbow Oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning for a second time and twinning with blush pink pearls. Okay, so if I just pop these in the sand as well for you. Perfect. Jan, what do you think to these? Twinning Autumn Peach Pearls and twinning blush pink pearls as well. I'm going to run them through the board for you. So Autumn Peach number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Peach number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5, so they are measuring different sizes there. Pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So the pinks are measuring the same size. Now if I bring you back up so we can do your lucky dip, I'm just topping that one up again. Okay, so your lucky dip here. Okay, so whatever this one is, you have the trident trick. So that means, oh bless you, fingers crossed for a mermaid card, bless you my lovely. Well, we do have the trident trick here, so that means that you get a 10% off code for the website. That means if you'd like to order in the future, you'll have a 10% off code you can use. It does mean, however, that we can't change the pearls or the jewellery. So I will need to know which one of these pearls you would like on that pendant. I hope you're happy with that. Just going to bring you back up again. Yeah, it is definitely that song. It's in my head. So we've got the smaller or larger autumn peach, or the pinks, which are the same size. Shall we go down again to show you? No, not spaghetti and meatballs today. However, now you've said it, it might creep on. My kids have forgotten about that song, which I'm kind of delighted about. They used to just sing it on repeat. It's just, it gets to you in a while. So not swapping any of those, but you wanted to swap your loyalty card instead. For yellow. I tell you, oh bless you Mary, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Okie dokie. Okay, Janet, I've got that down for you. Oh, I've got a bit of static going on. These bags are sticking to me gloves now. Right, let me just write this down as well. I hope you're happy with that. Just grabbing some more staples. Oh, I've just taken the... Oh, that was talented. I've got a pegboard there which holds all the pots which have got pens and staples and stuff in. I just took the whole thing off the pegboard and then back on again. It was quite cool. Sorry. Right, Jan, I've got all of that down for you. The swap has been done. Very happy. Perfect. Thank you for the donations with your shells. Your 10% code will get sent across for you as well. And I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you. Up next today is Nicola Dyson. Nicola, are you here? Alright, I'm just going to mute you guys again just while I pop more pearls on the tray. Okie dokie. Nicola, hello. Nicola, we'll do your 2 loyalty cards first if that's okay. If so, which 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? After Nicola, guys, I'll do an updated order list, okay? So if you've ordered, I'll do that order list for you. So mystery oysters for your loyalty cards to start with, my lovely. And then we'll do your turtley pick afterwards, if that's okay. So mystery oysters to here. Is there certain colours you're hoping for, my lovely? If we go down, your mystery oyster number 1. You've got quite a nice lighter pop there. And then in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see a peeper towards the side here. We've got a chocolate pearl there. Oh, he's a chocolate goldy colour. Thank you, Kim. There's no more in that one. Our background is actually coming down after today's live. It's our current theme, which is ending tonight. So chocolate bronze to start with. I'm actually going to feel really, really bare in here when I take it down. I feel like it's going to look bare. Like I don't feel like I'm going to like it. Nicola, moving on to oyster number 2. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of a pearl blister on the inside there. And again, I can see a peeper at the bottom there. You've got a coral pearl. And there's no more in that one. Excuse me, I've got hiccups now. Okay, so you've got a chocolate gold and a coral. What do you think to these, my lovely? So if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. And again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. I'm just going to run them through the board for you. So your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the chocolate gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Swap for a cream and a grape. Okay. And you'd like hoops on them as well? Not a problem. So I'm just going to hold these up so you can have a closer look and just let me know if you're happy with these shades here. So cream pearl and grape purple. So I'm just going to write this down. So you'd like to have hoops on the cream and the grape purple. Perfect. So just confirm if you're happy with those shades there. Lovely. Perfect. So then we have your turtley treat. So I'll grab the tray so you can pick which creature you would like. So this time we have got this way round, the yellow turtle, the green fish and the orange seahorse. Yellow turtle. Perfect. So under here you have got 3 pearls. So with your 3 pearls, that's 3 oyster openings. So I'll need to know what 3 oysters you would like, if you'd like to keep or if you'd like to donate your shells, and which turtle number you would like as well. Oh, bless you, Kim. It is very sparkly, isn't it? The bubbles keep falling down though. There's a lot less bubbles than what we started with. I've got like a little collection of bubbles. They don't want to stay up. I don't know, maybe it's the heat. I don't know. Mystery Nicola. So how many was that? It was 3, wasn't it? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Donate the shells and turtle number 1. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then turtle number 1 is this one here, so the blue turtle. And if we go down, so in here, and you have got quite a high prize, if you like, here. You have got the Twinkle set, which is a matching pendant and earring set with crystals, and the Twinkle set in the mirror colour. So it means that you can either have the pearls on or off the jewellery. And if you have the pearl on the jewellery, it will just go on the pendant. So there's no pearls on the earrings. It's just on the pendant. Okay, sorry, I'm just popping them on here. So the mirror means that it is the mirror colour. So you've got the yellows, purples and blues. Depending on where the light hits the crystal, depends if you see yellows, purples or blues. So you can see they're stud back earrings with that drop crystal heart, and then the same heart on a pendant. So if you'd like the pearl on, it goes on the pendant, or you can have the set as it is and then the pearls off the jewellery. So I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. So 3 oysters with that one. Your oyster number 1, you've got a lighter pop there. Okay, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning. And you're twinning with Pinkle twins. That's the second set of Pinkle twins we've had today, actually. So Pinkle twins, so as we know, Pinkles are a pink and they've got this light purple overtone to them. I'll just get it focused for you. Okay, so Pinkle twins to start with. Moving on to oyster number 2. So again, this is your mystery oyster. We've got a softer pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And we've got a dark blue. And there's no more in that one. So this is a 2-tonal Pepsi and TARDIS blue here. So darker and then just slightly lighter. So lighter there, then darker there. So you can see it's darker Pepsi and TARDIS blue. And then moving on to your 3rd oyster, which is your last oyster. So we've got a lighter double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge, you are twinning for a second time, Nicola. Now you're twinning with Pinkle twins again. It's officially a Pinkle night tonight. Now these Pinkles do look slightly larger than your first set. So if I just hold them up. So twinning Pinkles at the top, 2-tonal blue and twinning Pinkles at the bottom. If I run these through the board for you, your Pinkle set 1, twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Twin set 1, twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. They're the same size there. Your blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And then twin set 2, twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Twin set 2, twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. So they're measuring the same size there as well. So if we do your lucky dip, so diving in for your lucky dip, okay, and you have this one here, so you have a trident trick, my lovely. So a trident trick, which means you have to stay with the jewellery, so I hope you're happy with that, and stay with your pearls as well, Nicola. But you do get a 10% off code for the website. So if you would like to order in the future, you'll have a 10% off code that you can use. Now that does mean you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery. Oh, perfect. You'd like the blue pearl on the necklace. Perfect. Let me just get these. I'm going to keep the twins separate for you, just so then you can see which twin is with which, although the twins are different sizes, so they're the same size as each other, but they're different sizes to each different twin. So you've got a larger set and a smaller set. To have, if you've already got the pearls, to have them put on studs, it would be an additional £15. Okay, hoop on one of the pinkles. Perfect, I've got that down for you. So blue on the jewellery, a 10% off code, and then a hoop fitting on a cream, grape purple and one pinkle. I hope you're happy with that, Nicola. Your invoice will get sent across for you to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well, and I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Perfect, I hope you're happy. Right, we're going to be doing an updated order list now. Let me just print this order off as well, and then I'll read it, I'll say aloud as I'm typing the names, and then I'll pop the names on the page and I'll pop them in the comments as well. Okay, so up next is Ginger Martin, and then Rachel Grace, Sarah Branigan, Stephanie Watkins, Pat Fraser, and last but not least is Claire Riley. I think that's oh no, and then Caroline Rensberg. Sorry, that's just come in. Let me print that off as well. Do I go live on TT? I'm not sure what TT is. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on the order list. Perfect. So if you would like to order, there is still space available. I'll do an updated orders as we go. TikTok, no, TT is TikTok. Yeah, I'm terrible. I don't go live on TikTok. I don't even have TikTok at the moment. I'm not great with social media. I just run a business on it. crazy. Right, Ginger Martin, hello, I can see you there. Hello, my lovely. You have got 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? I've never heard of TikTok being TT. 2 larger pearls on studs, Nicola. I can do that for you. I've got that down for you. A loyalty card as well. Oh, yeah, it's attached onto the order. Sorry, I just didn't turn the page. So you've got 4 openings altogether. What 4 oysters would you like, my lovely? I was trying to work it out, like Twitter. I don't have Twitter either. Oh, learn something new every day. Earrings expand the rainbow, so 2 expand the rainbow, 2 mystery, donate the shells. Okay, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? This one's a stinky one, so we're not going to use it. We're just going to pop it to the side and I'll add it to the stinky pile, or stinky box, which is getting really quite full. So 1 and 2 mystery. So 2 mystery, 2 expand the rainbow, donate the shells. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? And 4. Okay, so if we go down, Ginger, just want bright greens for the earrings. Okay, open up your mystery oysters first. So mystery oyster number 1, got quite a nice deep pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here you are twinning. There's no more in that one, so you've got bright pink pearls to start with. Actually, sorry, candy floss pink pearls. Moving on to mystery oyster number 2. Quite a nice deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning for a second time. And you're twinning with 2 tonal blues. Pink's your favourite. That's perfect. Now these 2 tonal blues, you've got a darker and lighter area as you go around. So if I show you, this is blue number 1, so darker, just a slightly lighter area there and back into the darker. And then blue number 2, I'm going to say, has got more lighter surface area, so it's lighter with flashes of darker. So twinning blues and twinning pinks. Moving on to your expand the rainbow oysters. So expand the rainbow oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. And you are twinning for a second time and twinning pink pearls again. Now these 2 are slightly larger, slightly brighter than the first set of twins. They are visually smaller, so I'm going to actually pop them below the first set. So you can see, actually the second set of twins are slightly different colours to each other. So you've got a brighter and a lighter one. The lighter one matches the same shade as the first set of twins. The brighter one does not. I hope this is making sense. And then moving on to your last oyster. So again, you'll expand the Rainbow Oyster. There's one side. And the other side. And you are twinning 4 oysters, 4 sets of twins, and both sets have been a pink and a blue. How crazy is that? However, this time you've got icy blue twins. Okay, so you've got a candy floss pink twin, and then a brighter and a candy floss pink twin. You've got two-tonal icy blue, two-tonal TARDIS and Pepsi blue twins, and then twinning icy blue twins as well. Now Ginger, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which pearls you'd like where. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So if I run them through the board, twin set 1, pink one is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Twin set 1, twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So twin ones are measuring slightly differently. Twin set 2, twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Twin set 2, twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. So they're measuring the same size. Dark blue twins, twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Dark blue twins, twin 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well, so they're measuring the same size there. And then your icy blue twins is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Icy blue twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well, so they're measuring the same size there. Ginger, what do you think to these, and what would you like to do? Yeah, we do get 9s. It's quite rare to get a 9, but they do come out. We haven't had a pearl which is larger than a 9 though. Swap the icy blues for bright greens for the earrings, of course. Is this apple greens that you would like? And then what colour would you like? Oh, sorry. Or would you like a pearl on the item, and if so, which colour would you like? So I really want these two as they're the same shade and size. Right, there we go. So second set of pink twins, swap 1 for dark purple. The greens are perfect. Now I'm going to go for a Cadbury purple. Let me know if this is dark enough. If not, I can go for like a dark deep purple. I'm just going to bring you back up. So we're going to have the greens on the earrings. Purple's perfect. So no pearls on the other item, but then you'd like the loose pearls on pin caps. Just confirm for me if that's correct. Oh, purple on the anklet. Sorry, I misunderstood. That's absolutely not a problem. Okay, so I'm just going to confirm this then. So we've got the apple greens on the earrings, the Cadbury purple on the anklets, and then the 3 pinks and the two tonal blues on pin caps. I hope that's all correct, my lovely. If so, I hope you're happy with that. Your invoice will get sent across for you to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells. And that's safe up there for you. 100% perfect? Perfect. Well, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. Okay. Oh, runaway pearls on the tray. Run away. You're very, very welcome. Right, I'm just going to mute you while I just pop the pearls on the tray. Okay, up next then is Rachel Grace. Rachel, are you here? Very welcome, my lovely. Rachel, hello. Now you have got 2 turtley treats, so if it's okay with you, we'll do them one at a time. It's just so all the obviously decisions and everything don't get mixed up. So with your first turtley treat, you get to choose from the green fish, the orange seahorse, or the blue starfish. What do you think? So green fish, orange seahorse, blue starfish. Which one would you like? Blue starfish. Okay, so under here, you have got 2 pearls there. So that means you've got 2 oyster openings. So donate the shells. What type of oysters would you like? Mystery. No, that's absolutely fine. So mystery 1 and 2. Donate the shells and turtle number 5. Okay, so if I just get these open for you. One and 2. Turtle number 5 is the purple turtle. So if we go down for this one, okay, so you have got a cage pendant. This cage pendant, I know it was on the website. I think it's the sunflower cage pendant. I may be wrong. It is a flower. I think it was the sunflower cage pendant. So as you can see, it's quite a nice bold flower. Your pearl holds 1 pearl and it sits right in the centre of that flower there. Okay, you could actually wear this pendant as it is with no pearl in there, but of course the pearl does go in the middle if you would like to. So I hope you're happy with that one. And then 2 oysters alongside him. So your mystery oyster number 1. Lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. So in here, there is no more pearls in there. So you've got a dark chocolate pearl to start with, Rachel. He is in the sand. That's right, Sue. Oh, bless you, Lisa. Yep, so when it goes like completely silent, I'm muting it, and that's just because it's a metal tray, so you guys would be able to hear how many pearls I placed down under the animals. So yeah, I'm just muting it so I can quickly pop the pearls down, just so you guys can't hear what's going on, basically. Right, Rachel, your oyster number 2, you've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning. And you're twinning with 2-tonal gold pearls. Well, both of them look like they are 2-tonal. And actually, for the sunflower, these are a perfect shade pearl. So if we go round each of the pearls for you, your gold 2-tonal pearl number 1, you can see quite a nice bright gold, goes into a lighter shade and then back into that bright shade. Pearl number 2 is the same, and obviously the markings won't be exactly the same, but the colouring is the same there. Okay, so chocolate and twinning 2-tonal golds. And then running through the board, your chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then gold twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Gold twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is also a 7.5. Now, before I ask if you're happy, Rachel, we're going to do your lucky dip. Let me just top this one back up again. Okay, so good luck for your lucky dip. Just going to gather them all. There we go. Oh, I dropped all of them. There we go. This one. You have a Miracle Mermaid. So your Miracle Mermaid means you've got 3 choices. Okay, so it means you can either stick and stay as you are. Okay, so stay with the jewellery, stay with the pearls. Or you can choose to pick a different turtle and go for a different item of jewellery. Or you can choose to change the pearls. So 3 options: stick and stay as you are, change the jewellery, or change the pearls. Swap the jewellery. Okay, let me bring you back up. I'm just going to pop this cage over here. Which turtle number would you like this time, my lovely? So they're all restocked again, so 1 through to 12. Which one would you like? Number 6, the green one. Okay, so number 6, and here we go here. So if we go down, and in here you have another cage pendant, Rachel. Okay, now this one is the hot air balloon cage pendant. So again, this one can hold 1 pearl, and the pearl goes in the balloon section of the cage. Okay, so if I just get this focused. So the pearl goes up here. You've got the little basket of the balloon which wibble wobbles down at the bottom there and just moves as you move, and then of course your pearl sits up here. So with that you've got your 2 golds and your chocolate pearl. So I hope you're happy with that. Let me just pop these in here for you. You also have a second turtley treat. So if I just restock the board again, and I will just need to change the pearls on the tray as well. Oh, print it. Okay, so again, I'm just going to mute you quickly just to pop those down. Perfect. Second one is for your wife, Clara. Perfect. Is Clara commenting on her own Facebook or on your Facebook? Just so I know what name I'm looking out for. So we're going to go down to the tray. And yeah, just let me know who I'm looking out for, my lovely. Your Facebook. Okay, perfect. So Clara, hello my lovely. So you get to pick the green fish, the orange seahorse, or the purple crab. Which one would you like? Green fish right at the front here. Okay, so under here you have 2 pearls, which means you also have 2 oyster openings. So I'll need to know which 2 oysters you would like, if you would like to keep or if you'd like to donate your shells, and of course which turtle number you would like as well. I just realised I forgot to top up the order list on the page. I'll just post it in the comments now if that's okay. I'll quickly do it on the page as well. Oh. There we go. Number 11, donate and mystery oysters. Okay. Oh, they both came out next to each other there. So 2 oysters here. There's 1. And 2. Number 11. That's the pink and purple one. Oh, so sorry. There it is. Okay, so if we go down, so you've got dark rainbow oysters, light rainbow, mystery, and normal natural. Okay, so Clara, you've got a top prize, if you will. You've got a bracelet with crystal charms on. So this is the Vita Figaro bracelet, and I'm just trying to get it so they're all the same way. It has got 5 gorgeous orange, actually let's pop it on the board, orange crystal hearts on him. Now with this one you can choose to have the pearls on or off the jewellery. It's going to be up to you. Now I'm only showing 4 hearts here, but it does have 5. Now it's orange and pink, so you can see pink flashes as the light catches them. The bracelet itself is gorgeous. It's a Figaro design, so you've got a long link here, lots of smaller links and then longer links again, so you can have pearls on or off. It will be up to you what you prefer to do, but I hope you're happy with that one. Okay, so 2 oysters alongside him. Your oyster number 1, which is your mystery oyster. Lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. So if we have a squid in here, you are twinning. And twinning with lilac purple twins there. Possibly slightly mavendery, which just means they're slightly darker lilac. But gorgeous purples to start with. And then moving on to your oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. So you've got a lighter double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning for a second time. And there's no more in that one. And twinning with Candy Floss Pink twins. So you've got twinning purples and twinning pinks here, Clara. And they go beautifully together as well, don't they? If I run them through the board, your purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. So I'm going to bring you back up just so we can do your lucky dip before asking if you're happy. So just top that back up there. Okay, so with your lucky dip, and you have a Miracle Mermaid. Now that means you can either stick with everything, so stick with the jewellery, stick with the pearls and stay as you are. You can pick a turtle and go for a different item of jewellery, or you can swap the pearls if you would like to. What do you think? So stick and stay as you are, swap the jewellery, or swap the pearls. Just going to bring you back up. Oh, swap one of the purples for a red and one of the pinks for an orange. Red and orange. Would you like a pearl on or off of the jewellery? And if on, which one would you like? Oh, I'm sorry, Jodie. The heat takes it out of me. So if you're happy with that red and orange there, that's perfect. And then, like I say, if you'd like a pearl on the jewellery, just let me know which one. And if you'd like no pearls on there, that's fine as well. Just going to bring you back up. I think as well with the heat, because the heat, it interrupts my sleep. Like, not only does the heat take it out of me, but it interrupts my sleep at night because I'm too hot. So just the whole situation is, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. No, I know, Sarah, yeah. So the whole situation just makes you sleepy. Orange on the bracelet, perfect. Okay, well, I hope you are both happy with everything there. And thank you both for the donations with your shells as well. Okay, so that's on there, and then that's safe up there for you. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Perfect. Up next today is Sarah Branigan. Sarah, are you here? Exactly, Jodie. And every time I read the word, it sets me off. I'm terrible. Oh, bless you, Danielle. Well, I hope you do get some sleep tonight, my lovely. Sarah, hello. Sorry, I just realised you also have a turtley treat, so I'm just going to mute you quickly so I can do the pearls. I was just thinking, my favourite combination of the creatures is the purple, blue and green, or the purple, green and orange. However, Sarah, you have got to choose from the orange seahorse, the purple crab, or the yellow turtle. The crab right in the middle there. Okay, so under here you have got 3 pearls, which means you've got 3 oyster openings. So Sarah, what 3 oysters would you like? Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And which number turtle would you like as well? Oh gosh, so sorry. Mystery, donate your shells, and number 3. 3 pearls. Oh, I like that. 3 pearls, 3 oysters, and turtle number 3. Unmute. We are unmuted. Hopefully. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Your favourite number? Oh, I love that. Okay, so number 3 is the yellow, black and white turtle. So in here, if we go down, thank you, Neil. Okay, so in here you have got a crystal pendant. So you've got a crystal spike pendant. So of the sizes that this is the larger of the spikes, and it is a crackle pendant as well. So crystal crackle. So if I show you like this, it is a gorgeous larger spike pendant, as you can see. Now again, the pearl can be on or off the jewellery. Let me just get it focused so I can show you this crackle. There we go. So it's got a silver crackle behind it. So this is the front of the crystal. If I turn it around, you can see that's the crackle on the back. So that shines through the crystal. So if you had like different colours, you can still see the crackle through the different colours, like of clothing and stuff and everything. So I hope you're happy with this one. If you choose to have the pearl on it here, it sits at the top and can move around, or if you choose to have the pearl off the jewellery, that's fine as well. I did make the turtles, yes. Right, so your mystery oyster number 1, you've got a soft pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And to start with, we have a watermelon pearl there. There's no more in that one. Okay, so First Oyster has given you a watermelon. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. And you've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squid, oh, darker pearls popped out there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so we have a two-tonal purple and chocolate. So hopefully you're going to be able to see. You can definitely see purple there, chocolate there, then back into the purple, and then chocolate. So definitely a gorgeous, you definitely see the different shades as we go around with the two-tonal and chocolate. Thank you, Cherie. And then moving on to your last oyster, Sarah. So again, this is your mystery oyster. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning. And twinning with blue pearls. Again, they are slightly two-tonal with lighter and darker blue areas to them. So blue number 1 has got a larger area of lighter, or I would say, as you can see, darker areas there. And then this one's got more darker, but again is still two-tonal with that gorgeous lighter blue as well. So you've got a watermelon, a two-tonal chocolate and purple, and then a two-tonal set of blue twins as well. If I run them through the board, the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The chocolate purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Two-tonal blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And two-tonal blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. Now, Sarah, before I ask what you'd like to do, let's bring the bag back. So your lucky dip, my lovely. Okay, so we have got a Miracle Mermaid. So your Miracle Mermaid has given you 3 choices. You can either stick and stay as you are, so stay with your jewellery and stay with your pearls. You can swap the jewellery, so you can pick a different turtle number, or you can change your pearls and then change what other pearls you would like to. Swap pendant for number 10. So let me just pop that pendant over there. So swap your pendant for number 10. The green and orange turtle. So behind here, your number 10. Let's, oh, there we go. Let's go down. Oh, a stiff one to open. There we go. Okay, and you have a pendant. Now this pendant, you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery again, so it's going to be up to you, my lovely. Oh, wrong way. So this is a leaf. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, so to start with, it has this bow, so it does come out into this bow shape. Now it's this gorgeous textured leaf, as you can see all the veins of the leaf there. Now if you choose to have your pearl on this one, it can be at the top and it can move around. You can also sort of flip it over, and then it can sit nestled on either the inside of the leaf, so you can only see flashes of the pearl, or you could wear the leaf this way round and have the pearl sort of sat in the bowl of the leaf. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So I hope you're happy with that one. And what, if you are, what would you like, a pearl on or off? And if on, which pearl would you like? Thank you, Erin. Love it, and purple chocolate on the pendant. Perfect. Oh, bless you, Sarah. He literally came in and out then. He's just brought me a tea. Okay, so Sarah, let me just write down that we're going to have the chocolate purple on here for you. And I hope you're happy with that one, Sarah. Thank you for the donations with your shells. And yeah, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. Okay, so I'm just going to mute you. Dawn, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Up next today is Stephanie Watkins. Stephanie, are you here? Oh my gosh, Sarah. Well, that's amazing that you didn't get any hot pinks. I hope you're happy. Oh, Stephanie Louise, Stephanie Watkins. Oh, that's perfect, Stephanie. Thank you. So, Stephanie, you have a turtley treat as well. So let's go down for your options. So you have got the orange seahorse, the yellow turtle, or the blue starfish. Which one would you like? Not yet, Claire, my lovely. So we've got Stephanie now, then we've got Pat F, Claire R, then Caroline R. Can you have the turtle? Of course you can. So the yellow turtle, you have got 2 pearls there, which is 2 oyster openings, Stephanie. So what 2 oysters would you like? Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And what turtle number would you like? Oh, bless you, Dawn. Joanne, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Stephanie, can we have mystery and an expand the rainbow? Can you keep the shells, and can you have turtle number 8? Okay. Oh no, we have another stinker. You see all the white bit around the edge? better. Okay, so mystery oyster, expand the rainbow oyster. You'd like to keep your shells, and we're gonna go for turtle number 8. Okay, so number 8 is this one, pink and blue. So if we go down, okay, so in here you have got a bracelet. So this is the bow bracelet. So the pearl definitely needs to go onto this one, because as you can see, it is an encrusted crystal bow. Your pearl sits right in the center of that bow there. So the whole thing's encrusted with zircon crystals. Your pearl sits right in the center, and then it is a bracelet. So obviously as you wear the bracelet, the bow goes right on the top there. So this one will need to have a pearl on him. I hope you're happy with that. So you've got 2 oysters here, Stephanie. If we open your mystery oyster up first, quite a nice deep pop there. Okay, so I'll take the flesh off in just a moment. So there's no pearls on that side. If we have a squidge here, oh, you have a yellow, and there's no more in that one. So you have a lemon yellow to start with. Okay, so here is your lemon yellow from your first pearl. Oh, let me just pop it in the center. It should then focus. Yep, there we go. Okay. Moving on to your second oyster, which is your expand the rainbow oyster. Oh, that was a loud crunch there. So there's one side and the other side, and in here you are twinning, and you're twinning with autumn peach pearls. So if I just clean the shells up here for you. Okay, so you have got a lemon yellow and twinning autumn peach pearls. Now it does look like you've got one peach which is slightly lighter and then one which is slightly brighter. Okay, so if I run these through the board for you, your lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The lighter autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, and the darker of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. Now if I bring you back up so we can do your lucky dip, my lovely. Okay, so and you have got a Mermaid Miracle. So Stephanie, I'll need to know what you would like to do. So Mermaid Miracle means you can Stick and stay with the jewellery and the pearls that you have got. Oh, can you swap the jewellery? Of course you can. And you'd like to go for number 4. So I'm just going to pop the jewellery over there. And number 4 is the all blue. So in here, if we go down, you have got another bracelet. Now again, a pearl does need to go onto this bracelet. This is an adjustable bracelet. So let me just show you the end. It's got long tassels, so they're not tassels, but a long tail of the bracelet. So sorry, there we go. It's looped itself around. There we go. So it's meant to have these longer sections which have got little crystals on the end here, and you've got the heart section. So this heart, you just move up and down, depending if you'd like the bracelet looser or tighter. And it is the I think it's the Pops bracelet is the name on the website. So you've got this circle which again is encrusted with crystals, and your pearl gets set right in the center of the circle, and then you've got that longer tail on the bracelet, like I said. So your pearl goes in the center there, Stephanie. So I hope you're happy with that one. And as you can see, the pearl does definitely need to go in that one. So I'll need to know which one of your pearls, so the lemon yellow or the lighter or the brighter peach, which one you'd like on that bracelet. I'm just wrapping up the shells for you. There we go. The darker twin on there, of course you can. And can you? I'm afraid I won't be able to swap the pearls, because part of the game, because obviously with the Mermaid Miracle you chose to change the jewellery, which means I can't swap the pearls. It was either jewellery or pearls, if that makes sense. But on the jewellery you would like to have the darker peach. I've got that down for you, and I hope you're happy with that, Stephanie. I've just wrapped up the shells as well. Bless you, you're very, very welcome. I hope you'll be happy with it all once it arrives. Excuse me. And yeah, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Up next today is Pat Fraser. Pat, are you here? Pat, hello. So Pat, you have got 2 turtley treats. So if I just top these back up for you. So again, I'm just going to mute. Okay, so if we go down, you've got the orange seahorse, the blue starfish, or the purple crab. Which ones would you like to pick? So we're going to do them one at a time, if that's okay with you, my lovely. So we've got the orange seahorse, the blue starfish, or the purple crab. Can we have the crab? Of course we can. So your purple crab has given you 2 pearls there. So Pat, your first 2, oh my gosh, it's getting late now, so my words are all getting mixed up. I do apologise. So you've got 2 oysters to start with. What 2 oysters would you like? Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And which turtle number would you like as well? I just muted you then so I could re-add the pearls to the tray. A mystery. A new. Oh, that's the... Oh, another stinky one. So the oysters are kept cold. Maybe the heat's getting to them. I don't know. I shall investigate tomorrow. So two. Oh my gosh, 2 oysters, 1 mystery, 1 new, turtle number 11. Okay, so that is the pink and purple one. So in here, let's go down. Oh, we have a cage pendant here. So this cage pendant, I think this is probably one of our most popular cage pendants actually. This is the dragon cage pendant, Pat. So it can hold 1 pearl. The pearl goes in the bottom here. So you've got the dragon at the top, and then the tail of the dragon swoops round, and that's where the pearl is seen behind the tail there. So I hope you're happy with that one. As you know, cage pendants, you can swap and change the pearls around at home. Your oyster number 1. Quite a nice deep pop with that one. Okay, so there's your mother of pearl. Oh, and there's no more in that one. So your first pearl has given you a dark purple pearl. So he's definitely got that purple overtone to him. So he's a dark purple to start with. Moving on to your second oyster, which is your new Rainbow Oyster. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and we've got another darker pearl there. There's no more in that one. And you have a silvery chocolate. So he's a 2-tonal silvery chocolate. Okay, so we've got a purple and a silver chocolate here, Pat, with your dragon cage pendant. If I run them through the board, the silver chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. So again, I'm going to bring you back up. And just pop that one back up there. So diving in for your lucky dip. And you have got a Mermaid Miracle. So your Mermaid Miracle, that is going to give you the option to either stick and stay with everything as it is, or you can choose to change the jewellery and pick a different turtle number, or you can choose to change the pearls, and that's whichever ones you would like to. So you can stick, you can change the jewellery, or you can change the pearls. What do you think, Pat? What would you like to do? I do have a black, yep. So swap the grey for a black. Okay, so you've got your purple and then that gorgeous black there as well. I hope you're happy with those. So you also have a second turtley treat. So let's grab some of this. And then if I bring the tray back for you. Lovely, perfect. So you'll see creatures to pick from this time is the orange seahorse, the blue starfish, or the green fish. Which one would you like? The green fish this time. Okay, so your green fish, my lovely. And you have 2 pearls there. So again, that's 2 oyster openings. So what 2 oysters would you like this time? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? All topped up, it is indeed. So yeah, what 2 oysters would you like? Number 2, and same oysters as last time, so a mystery and a Nunu, and donate again. Perfect. So mystery, Nunu. Let's get these open. And that one there. So if we go down, no. Let's pick your turtle. Turtle number 2, which is the orange and brown one. Okay, so back here, and let's go down this side. So we have got you've got a pendant. Now this is the flower, mother of pearl flower pendant. So as you can see, it's got moving elements. So this one can have a pearl on or off the jewellery. Okay, so you've first of all got this crystal encrusted flower. So zircon crystal encrusted flower there. This can move around, and you've got a flower of mother of pearl. So that is made from mother of pearl, and that can shimmer all the colours there, and that can be your larger flower. So your pearl can sit in front if you would like to, or you can choose to have no pearl on the jewellery. So I hope you're happy with that one. And again, 2 oysters here, Pat. So if we open up your mystery oyster first, so in here, quite a nice double pop there. Oh, I thought we were going to have a runaway there. Oh, you are twinning. Twinning with gorgeous brighter coral twins here. Oh, and they've both popped out there. So let me have a squidge. There's no more in that one. So brighter coral twins to start with. And then moving on to your new Rainbow Oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in, oh, popped out there, in here we have a darker pearl. There's no more in that one. And we have a darker chocolatey silver. So we've got 2 corals and a darker chocolatey silver, Pat. If I excuse me, if I run them through the board for you, your coral number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Coral number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're measuring different sizes there. And the chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Now if we do your lucky dip, so if I dive in here, I might have to, I don't normally put the cards back in, but I might have to put them, actually no, there's still quite a handful there if I manage to grab them all. Okay, so you have got a trident trick here. So that does mean that we're sticking with the jewellery, we're sticking with the pearls. However, you get a 10% off code for the website, Pat. So if you'd like to order in the future, you'll have a 10% off code that you'll be able to use straight away, or it doesn't have an expiry, so you can hold on to it if you would like to. Now that does mean that I'll need to know if you'd like a pearl on or off of that pendant there, and if on, which one would you like? You've got a larger or a smaller coral, or you've got a chocolate silver. Just going to bring you back up. Of course I can. So on the flower pendant, we've got the chocolate silver. You'd like to be invoiced for the corals on studs. Perfect, I've got that down for you. Okay, Pat, I hope you're happy with that then, my lovely. Your invoice will get sent across for you to the email address that's on the order form. So I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. And of course, thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Up next today is Claire Riley. Claire, are you here? Claire Riley, are you here? Oh, bless you, Pat. That's very kind. I hope so too. And you as well, my lovely. And you're very, very welcome. And Claire, hello, hello, hello. Now I've just printed off the other order as well, Claire. So I've got them together here. So you've got 2 Turtley treats all together. So again, we'll do them one at a time if that's okay with you. So for your first pick, your sea creatures. Would you like the orange seahorse, the blue sea star, or the yellow turtle? Orange seahorse. Okay, so under here you have got 3 pearls. So that means you've got 3 oyster openings here then, Claire. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And then of course, which turtle number would you like? I'm just going to mute you so I can sort these pearls out actually. Hello. So 3 openings. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And which turtle number would you like? Mystery, turtle number 7, keep 1 shell and donate the other 2. Okay. So 3 mystery oysters. Keep 1 shell, donate 2, and then we're going to go for turtle number 7. Yellow, green and white. So number 7, let's go down. Of course, not a problem, Claire, not a problem at all. Okay, so in here you have got a cage pendant. It is a sea themed cage pendant. This cage pendant holds 1 pearl, and it is the pod cage pendant. So that is the dolphin. So this one is actually made up of multiple dolphins. So let me get it focused and hopefully you'll be able to see. Overall, it is a larger dolphin, and the pearl goes in the head of the dolphin here. Now it actually, here and here, are 2 smaller dolphins which make up the larger dolphin as well. So dolphins travel in pods, so this is the pod cage pendant. I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. So mystery oyster number 1. Oh, gorgeous pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here you are twinning. Oh, now the shell has just broken there, so I'll keep one of the other shells for you. Okay, so twinning with Candy Floss pink pearls to start with. Beautiful brighter Candy Floss pinks there. Oyster number 2, lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh, and we've got a runaway. And you are twinning for a second time. And twinning with darker chocolate twins here. Okay, so again, I'm just going to pop these in the sand for you. So I've just kept that shell for you. So that's the one we've kept. And I'll donate the next one as well. So if I pop these in the sand, you've got your Candy Floss pink pearls and then your chocolate twins as well. And then moving on to your last oyster. So again, your mystery oyster. You've got a nice sharp pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you've got a blush pink. And there's no more in that one. Okay, Claire, I hope you're happy with all... Oh, sorry, I've got a moth in here. I hope you're happy with these. So twinning Candy Floss pinks, twinning chocolate browns, and a blush pink as well. If I run them through the board, your Candy Floss pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Candy Floss pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Chocolate number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Chocolate number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And your blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. Now I'm going to bring you up so we can do your lucky dip. Okay, so good luck. I'm just going to gather them all up. There we go. And you've got a trident trick with this one. So this does mean we're sticking with that cage pendant and we're sticking with the pearls. However, you get a 10% off code. So again, if you'd like to order in the future, you'll have that 10% off code that you can use. So I hope you're happy with that, my lovelies. So you've got that pod cage pendant, and then you've got your 2 sets of twins and a blush pink as well. So I'm just going to bring you back up here. You do have a second turtley treat as well, my lovely. Okay, so if we go back down again then, the sea creatures to pick from this time are the purple starfish, the yellow turtle, no, the blue starfish, the yellow turtle, or the purple crab. Which one would you like? yellow turtle. Okay, so in here you have got 2 oysters this time. So with your 2 oysters, what 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And which turtle number would you like as well? Mystery turtle number 9, and donate your shells. Thank you very much. Okay, so 2 mystery oysters. There's 1 and 2. Turtle number 9. It does normally, Jodie, I've turned it off just because the batteries are running low again, so they need to get changed already. So you've got the silver and 2 shades of silver with this one. So in here, let's go down. And you have got a pendant. Now this pendant has not been on the website, Claire. It's similar to the nest pendant, however it is larger overall, and it's got a different bail at the top, holding everything together. So it's very similar, but it is different. Now again, this one you can have a pearl on or off the jewellery. Okay, so this is the pendant as it is here. So if you had the pearl, it would be hanging in the middle. Okay, all of these circles do lift up, they do move, they're all different sizes, so it's something that you can play with. Obviously they all do sort of drop back right into the same position kind of thing, and if you had the pearl in the middle, it'd all still be able to move and everything. Okay, so I hope you like that one. 2 oysters alongside him, so your first oyster is again your mystery oyster, so lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl, and you are twinning, and there's no more in that one. Twinning with 2 tonal blues. So with your blues, it's been a 2-tonal blue night as well tonight, hasn't it? It's been one of those, we're getting repeating colours today. So blue is lighter and darker as you go around the pearl there. Oh, did I go out of focus? And then blue number 2 again is lighter and darker. The blue number 1 has got more of a lighter surface area to him. And then your second oyster, you've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And I can see straight away we've got a lighter, brighter coral. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so 2 two-tonal twinning blues and a coral Claire. If I run them through the board for you, blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. So bringing you up again to do the lucky dip, my lovely. You have a Mermaid Miracle this time. So this does mean that you can have your 3 options. So you can either stick and stay with the jewellery and the pearls, you can change the jewellery and go for another turtle number, or you can change the pearls and swap those out. So with the jewellery, I'll just remind you, you can have the pearls on or off the jewellery. Can you stick? Of course you can. Would you like a pearl on or off? And if on, which pearl would you like? One of the twins on there, of course you can. Okay, Claire, I've got that down for you. Let me pop this on here. Okay, so I hope you're happy with that, Claire. The 10% off code will get sent to the email address on the order form. Thank you for the donations of your shells, and I've wrapped up the other shell for you as well. Oh, can you get 2 lobster clasps on the other 2? So you'd like to have lobster fittings on the blue and coral. You're very, very welcome. The invoice will also get sent across to the email address that's on the order form as well, my lovely. So yeah, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives as well. And up next is Caroline Rensberg. Caroline, are you here? Again, guys, I'm just going to mute you quickly. Caroline Rensberg, are you here? Caroline, hello. Okay, so you have a turtley treat as well. The colours that you get to pick are the blue sea star, the purple crab, or the yellow turtle. Which one would you like? Can you have the purple? Of course you can. Purple crab. And we have got 2 pearls under there, which means you have got 2 oyster openings. So Caroline, sorry, have I been calling you Carol? I'm so sorry. Caroline, what 2 oysters would you like? Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And which turtle number would you like as well? Good evening. Welcome. Mystery, donate the shells, and turtle number 3, of course. Okay, so your turtle number 3 is the black, yellow and white. And in here, if we go down, there we go. Okay, so you have got a pendant, Caroline. Now this pendant is a tree, and it's got love hearts as the leaves. Okay, so with this one you can have a pearl on or off the jewellery. If you choose to have the pearl on the jewellery, it will sit at the top and it would be able to move around. Or you can have the pendant as it is and the pearls loose. Now as you can see, you do have the golden coloured leaves there as the hearts, and then the tree in the silver. I hope you're happy with that one. Oh, bless you, Caroline. Well, I hope you recover. Your recovery is not painful and is quite fast. Bless you. And I hope you get some good sleep, my lovely. So your oyster number 1, now it is a clapper, which does mean I don't need to pop him. I can open him up straight away. I used to be able to sing a little bit, Terry, when I was in school and stuff, but now it's not properly, no. As in, my voice is going out. I would go out of tune a lot, I guess. Right, Caroline. Oh, it will pop. You have a lavender there. Flesh popped off then. There's no more in that one. So your first pearl out is a lavender. So that is like a lilac purple, just slightly shades darker. Sorry, my camera is not wanting to focus this evening now, is it? Let me open up your other one, and then hopefully with the more pearls in there we can get the camera to focus. So oyster number 2, we've got a double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, you have a blush pink. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you've got a lilac lavender and a blush pink here, Caroline. If I run them through the board for you, your lavender is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Excuse me. Now, if I bring you back up and do your lucky dip. Okay, and you have a Mermaid Miracle. So, Caroline, that means you can stick if you're happy with your jewellery and with your pearls, or you can change the jewellery and go for a different turtle number, or you can change your pearls. It's completely up to you. So you can stick if you're happy. You can change the jewellery. Oh, can you swap the pearls? Of course you can. Which colour pearls would you like? And then would you like a pearl on or off the jewellery? And if on, which colour would you like on? What do you think? Oh, so swap the pink for a gold to go on the jewellery and a small lobster clip on the lavender. Okay, so if I just grab a gold for you. If you just have a look at this one here, would this gold be okay for you? I'm just going to bring you up so I can write that down. So we're going to have gold on there, and you'd like to be invoiced for a small lobster on the purple. That's lovely. Perfect. Okay, so Caroline, the invoice will get sent across for you to the email address that's on the order form. That's safe on there. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you have a speedy recovery, Caroline, as well. Okay, that's the end of the order list for today. Thank you all for joining. Turtley Treats, it's been a great one. We're going to be live again on Friday, but remember it's going to be a later live start. I'll post about it and just remind everybody to let everybody know. But yeah, I hope you have a good week. I hope we can all sleep well, and I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.